Thanks for coming out to my YouTube channel. Today I'm looking at Achilles tendon rehab progressions. Now, each tendon in the body is a little bit unique, but these are the general progressions we're going to take. And each case is unique. So again, sometimes we might jump steps, sometimes we may have to come back to certain steps. The first movement I'm looking at here is just a hold. So these are called isometrics. Now, with any tendon injury, what's so important is that we avoid these peaks and troughs where we play our sport and then we rest, and then we play our sport, feels a little better, we rest. We want to try to avoid this up and down progression. And our number one treatment for tendons is load management and exercise. So forget the fancy stuff, the needles, the massage, the rolling. Focus on getting the load right. Some of those things might feel nice, but they're not going to move you forward. So you've got to put in the hard work, stay consistent, and start exercising. So this next picture I'm going to look at is something called an activity ladder, and it's looking at, again, these progressions that we might take and what pain is okay. So some pain is okay as we exercise, and we just need to keep checking in on our symptoms. How do we feel the next day? Could we do what we did the day before? Again, that idea of a ladder, so starting simple, which we've seen in the first two ones, and then we're going to look at the next progressions in terms of basic strength with weight, maybe moving faster, moving into sport specific. Now this is the sort of line we want to see when we're thinking about building up our activity back to our sport. Gradual, little flat lines here and there, but not these big peaks and troughs. So now we're seeing those general principles that we're going to keep in mind. Here are some of the progressions. So the first ones we watched in those initial videos were holds. And again, that was kind of the gold standard for a little bit, but sometimes that's not right for everyone. So sometimes we may start with movement. Sometimes we may start with weight in the hand right away, right? Because we're just checking to see where you're at in terms of your pain levels and your function. Okay? And the difficulty with weight is sometimes people don't have access to it, but I really encourage that people try to find a way to get a little bit of weight in their hand, because I find that the people that do just seem to progress a little bit quicker with more confidence than those that don't. So now we've done that base strength. Now I'm trying to move into some speed. Now speed is what often has hurt the tendon initially through that stretch shorten cycle. So this is a harder progression, and so we're constantly monitoring, and if we have to move back a little bit, that's okay, but we need to test it because we want to run, we want to play our sport. So from here we're going to go into more specific. I'm looking at squash here, so I'm starting with some lunges. Notice it's just one step to start, and I could start ghosting, no ball, and then I might get a ball in my hand. So there's a little bit more variability. Now I'm taking two steps. So again, it's just that progression. So start simple, slow, build up a little bit faster. This may go into partner drills at the back, partner drills at the front. And then this final step is some really explosive plyometrics. So we could do this up onto a box. We're doing it on the court here. So those are our base progressions that we want to take. Now remember, start simple, build gradually, monitor the symptoms. Some pain is okay. And those that are really successful are consistent. They're doing it every day. So keep some of these things in mind. If you need some more help, reach out to me. I'm in Vancouver. Thanks.